Okay. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Blades and Banter podcast. I'm Nolan Carney, and I'm joined by
Cl-
Mr.
Clayton Gates, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's had a restful summer so far. Not It's been kind of dead in terms of skating news, Nolan, but now we're starting to ramp back up and it's getting really exciting. We're already seeing some rivalries kind of emerge, competitive rivalries emerge, and it's gonna be, I think we're in for a treat for the Challenger series as well. So
Yeah, and so Clayton and I actually tried to record an episode like a week and a half ago for some of the like junior events and like some of the program announcements and stuff like that that came out. And we literally got to the end of the episode. Clayton and I had to pause, and I was just like, we're not posting this. Like, I'm not,
we
like, it just was very dead energy. And
we
I
can't just
think we,
quantity is
c-
better or quality is better than quantity. So we're feeding y'all good. We're not gonna get put out some random
yeah,
run off the mill.
I was just like halfway through the episode, I was just like, I'm not this is like really bad, and I'm not posting this. Like, this would be very uninteresting, like, for people to watch. But,
Hmm.
um, first couple of things, we have a little housekeeping. If you could please hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below of what you enjoyed the past weekend at Glacier, maybe what you're looking forward to at Cranberry. And then I wanted to let everyone know that we did indeed make an Instagram account. It's the Blades and Banter Pod. I'll have the link down in the information box below, but I've already been posting a lot on there. I've been doing just kind of like general updates of like things that I've been seeing on the news for skating. So I try to post like skating news that will be relevant to like this podcast and things that I think like viewers that you guys would like to see. And then I've posted some of the clips that I took at Glacier Falls, some of the things that we saw this week. So there's a little bit of content on there. We'll have more moving forward, but
Mhm. And let
um,
us know in the comments what you want to see from us, or if you have suggestions, and all that good stuff.
yeah. So we had a lot of events this week. There
And
was
and program
and
announcements.
program announcements. We'll start a little bit like so we're going to be covering the Glacier Falls Summer Classic, which occurs in Anaheim, California every year. You normally get a lot of international competitors. It was a little weaker this year for
Hmm.
some of the singles events, not so much for pairs, but there's the Philadelphia Summer Championships that occurred in Philly. We'll talk a little bit about Gabby Daleman, who was there. That was a big topic that emerged this weekend. And then the Lake Placid Ice Dance International. There were some couple programs that I think really sparked interest for skaters and fans across the world that were talking a lot about it. But let's dive into some of the program announcements that we got this weekend too. And Clayton, you have the ball. I'm giving you the court. Which one do you want to start with, and where do you want to go?
I think we can start chronologically and go Amber Like Your Pair Short program. I think a
Okay.
lot of people are really excited about this, including myself. She did a like a little clip snippet on Instagram teasing it. And I think this is such a good vehicle for her in the Olympic season. I think it matches her energy while also capturing like a little current, more pop audience, getting them in. And I think that like I can already see the triple axel on the
Yeah.
music.
Do
Like
you
everyone's
see
already
where the
talking about
triple
it.
loop will be? The rolling threes?
Did someone put it? I think someone put it in. I think someone on
It
Twitter
was
like
me.
oh, oh okay. So yeah, I need to start looking at the handles on Twitter. But yeah, you shopped it in.
I did.
Oh my
Oh my.
gosh.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel, oh, am I cutting out?
You're good.
Okay. I was saying that I had heard about the music. I had heard that this was the program about hmm, a couple weeks before it was announced. My friends from Chelsea Piers had reported back, gave me some information. So I started listening to the music, and I was like, oh, I can hear where that will be. I hear this will probably be the
Hmm.
step sequence. This will be where the axle is. And I just think there's a lot of good ups and downs within the music and a lot of beats that Amber is someone that likes to use those beats to kind of make impactful moments.
Hmm.
And she is the type of girl that I think, or woman that, uses a little bit of a powerful short
Hmm.
program. So I think this is kind of similar in the realm of what we've seen, but also a little bit different because, Madonna versus what she did last year, they do have contrasting styles. And I think this one's a little bit more like womanly. She's out there, it's just
Hmm.
like kind of being like owning her presence as like this grand dame woman on the ice.
Hmm. Like
Um,
Madonna is no like easy feat. Like you have to skate up to Madonna.
yeah. And
So,
we've also, I'm not going to announce what the free skate
okay.
is, but if you have been on social media, there's been inklings and clips of, maybe that one skater might be repeating a free skate potentially.
Hmm.
Tom Z had posted a clip of a skater, and you could hear one skater's old free skate music in the background when the video was in August or July. Um, I'm not going to say that that's definitely true because this skater hasn't announced it yet, but
Mm,
um, I would keep my eye out on Amber Glenn potentially with a post coming about potentially reusing a program. I think that's something that
right.
might be um, very much accurate.
Mhm. And this is all speculation, but I can see this being a healthy move for her in terms of how she structures her program if she wants to add in another triple axel. Like she's already comfortable with that layout and that feel of a program. So it wouldn't be a terrible move on her part,
No, not at
technically
all.
wise.
And especially because, Amber's kind of had the ups and downs. She's talked a lot about, how the neurofeedback has really allowed her to make mental strides this year and kind of make an improvement on her consistency in a free skate.
Hmm.
And she said, she always struggled with the focus with the layout of the free skate. And this
Hmm.
year she had said in interviews that they finally got a layout that worked, that was conducive for her to have,
Hmm.
success. And I kind of understand why she wouldn't want to switch that up because that's been something that's been such an issue for her in the past. And
Hmm.
um, when you have something that works, I think when you only probably have potentially one year left, and I'm not saying that she's retiring, but if you think about it, she's on the older age in skating, so there's a potential. But if you only have 1 or 2 more years, why not do something that will set you up with the most
Right.
success that you could have? I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, y'all.
Yeah. Um, we had a couple other announcements. Olivia Smart announced that she's doing Dune Part 2 too. So she's having her second Dune free skate, or a continuation, is what we've heard. It is a continuation of their free dance of last year, starting in their ending pose and moving on with the second movement.
I honestly even hope that she keeps the same costume. Like I wouldn't even be mad about it. Like I would want to see her again for another season in that
I mean,
dress.
that
Like
dress was
it's that's
gorgeous.
stunning. So I'm excited for that. I don't see how she can miss with, everyone loved it so much. She's giving us what we want. Um, so yeah.
And the commercial was like kind of fire.
Mm.
We've seen two, we'll get to
Okay,
another
we've
one,
seen a lot
but
of commercials.
there's been a lot of program commercials this week. And
Instagram skating is at its new peak, like advertising, like, and I kind of love it.
can
Some
we
people,
talk? Do we want to talk about it now? We could just skip to it
yeah,
and we'll
let's
go
talk to
back,
it.
but
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can take the ball on this one.
Okay, we're talking about Minerva.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So Benoit on his Instagram and his black and white filter, noir filter that he loves so much, did a Instagram reel preview for Minerva and Nikita's free skate, I'm assuming.
it is their free skate.
The free
Yes.
skate. For the season and skating to November by Kyo Richter, Max Richter,
Max Richter.
Max Richter, and what was the other piece?
I have no idea. I didn't like
It's
I just watched the film or the
it
commercial.
it was actually really well thought out and well done
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like I was really shocked. Some other skaters, who will not name names, did not do so well with their commercials, but like this is like a new sort of like thing that we haven't seen so much in skating. Like there was like music cuts, there was transitions, and there was filmography. Like it was like I was entertained, and now I'm like actually it made me more excited for what they're gonna put out on the ice, and like it helps build that story too. Like if you want to like build a
If you
storyline
want to know what they're
without
skating to.
what?
And you know, if you want to know what they're skating to, the story,
Oh,
like,
yeah, right. Like it helps me envision like what the Blessed Rain. Like that's
oh
what
my
we need.
God.
We need Rion Sumiyoshi to give us like a little ad for the Blessed Rain, so I actually know what I'm looking at.
I think that sometimes, okay, I have a lot of thoughts. Sometimes I think that Benoit goes a little too far. I mean, this was definitely no exception. But then also I was kind of like, I love the Benoit aspect of it all. I
I do
hope that
too.
like I've heard he's charged like a lot for a free skate. Like it's
Hmm.
a little more than like a Lori Nickel one. And you know what? Like you see why when you're getting that commercial. Like
Yeah.
now I'm just wondering like what's Adam's commercial gonna be? When's
Oh my
Adam's
gosh, I
commercial
can
coming
only
out?
imagine. I can only
Did
imagine.
Brady get a commercial? Where's
I
her
haven't seen
commercial?
exactly. Everyone needs one.
I know, like,
It's like an ad
is that going
campaign.
to be a part of the Benoit like package now? Like,
I
there's
know.
there's like so there's the thing. There's like the Benoit, like there's the the rubber band like things they do, the exercises.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
get that. Then there's like the Benoit like choreography package. But then there's the choreography plus package where you pay like maybe an extra 10K. He gives you the
Hmm.
video, like you get to post it on Instagram. Like, um, my God, it was interesting. The Blessed Rain, though, that definitely felt like a Benoit special, even though it wasn't.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm
Um,
excited. I love that piece of music though. November
it
is
is really
it's
pretty.
in my classical playlist on Spotify. So
Yeah. Coaster Naya, I think, used some of that
she
music.
did, yeah. That's why
So,
I know it.
um, overused a little bit, but will be good. I'm sure Benoit will make
Mm.
an original spin on it. Two other programs we heard, Jason Brown say something for his free skate.
H-
Um,
How do you feel about this?
Well, I heard that I saw in the video that it's not the original singer,
Okay.
which kind of upset me a little bit
It's like Christina
because
Aguilera and
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember
Mhm.
who's the artist,
It's
but
Christina Aguilera and some band.
isn't there a guy though in it
Yeah,
too?
it's like the band. It's like
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I kind of wish he was doing the original, but
Me too.
I do think like it'll be good. Um, and I had heard over the summer that they were actually struggling to find music for him.
Okay, interesting.
So I know that there was a little bit of a struggle in terms of figuring out what type of choreography and what programs they wanted to do for him. I had heard even that Riverdance was a potentially um had potential to come back.
Hmm.
So I think that they found something that worked. I'm sure that he wouldn't put together something that was like, half thrown
Or
together
announce
for
it, yeah.
for an Olympic season.
Hmm.
He hasn't announced his short program yet. I don't have any inkling of what it is. I know that there is something choreographed, but
Hmm.
um I think that he'll make a moment with it.
I agree. I'm excited for it. It's kind of following his pattern that he has been following, like kind of a more lively short and like a lyrical free
Hmm.
skate. Um, I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. I think like I was taken aback at first. I was like, this is such a like
Out of the box.
melodrama, maybe I don't want to say like teenage girl, but like that's like the vibe. It's like Tumblr, like maybe that's a Tumblr
Yeah, it's
era, like
like a 16-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl might be like listening to it like while she got
right.
broken up with and like is on
Yes.
Tumblr in like 2013
Exactly.
like.
No, exactly. That's what the vibe is given. But I think it will be more refined than
And
that.
he works a lot with the music editor in Montreal, I believe.
Okay.
So they a lot of the times they add like different types of music into it. So you never know, it could be something different, but
Hmm.
um the final program, Miss Luna Hendricks.
Yes. Lunita Hendrix.
Lunita, as you wanted to put,
A
because she's giving us a lot of sass
lot
this
of Latin
year.
flair. Yes,
How do you
two.
feel?
Again, she also tried the commercials. She's doing her little like
But
hands and like the yeah, she's doing the whole thing too. So,
Clayton, I have
mhm.
to ask you, what is the difference between a Luna Hendrix commercial and a Benoit commercial?
Well, first is black and white. That's the first
Yes,
thing.
that's true. Thanks,
Um,
Captain Obvious. Water's
yes.
wet.
The second is the production value.
Okay.
I think, well, this is just Luna. This is like Luna was just being Luna. She had
She
an
just
iPhone and a dream,
she
and she went
was
out on the ice and she said, "Here, like here I am. I look good. I'm in shape, and y'all are gonna eat this up." And then Benoit he had a story to tell.
well, Luna, so two things. The first thing, Luna, well, a Luna commercial is just like her going out there, putting her hand on her hip, and then
Yes.
like kind of just like giving it a little,
Mm-hmm.
and then like doing another pose, but like the opposite way
Mm-hmm.
with the music playing over her, and then like maybe showing us a double axel and a
Mm-hmm.
spin.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a Luna commercial. Like a
Mm-hmm.
Benoit commercial is like a full like it's like winning what is it with the
Like an Emmy,
Emmy Oscar,
Oscar.
one of them, like that's winning like one of them, you know? Like that is a
Yeah.
full production. But did you see Luna also posting clips on Instagram this weekend too?
Yes, she did like a flip toe double axel
Yeah.
combination.
She's looking good.
Yeah, and then double axel triple toe out of transitions. It looked pretty good as
I think
well.
she posted a triple Lutz at one point too. Like
Hmm.
she's looking like she's healthy again, and I think that's
Yeah.
good.
Hmm. I will say that she is doing like Latin music for both the short and the free.
Hmm.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do see like I don't know, the judges could box her. I think she has a reputation and then like
Yeah.
the goods to pull it off. I think if that's the only critique I really have of the programs itself, she does do there's parts of the music that it's kind of like, take me to the club, she's gonna give it to
Yeah.
you.
I think
So,
the thing about the music, both music choices for her that I've seen is that they do kind of start out a little bit slow, like a slower tango, which I
mhm,
think allows her to have like the highs and lows mixed within. And I think she'll probably end with like a boom for both of them.
mhm,
Like that's kind of her style is like ending with like highs. Because
mhm,
that really does leave an impacting mark on the fans and the judges for sure.
mhm.
But yeah,
All right, should we get into some of our competitions that we had this past weekend?
absolutely. Where do you want to start?
Let's go with dance.
Okay.
Should we do Lake Placid?
Let's do like Placid.
So I think for me, I think Lim Ye Quan was one of the highlights for me
I
out of
think they were
this
like, I think they should have
competition.
won. Do you think they should have
Yeah,
won?
I think
Like,
so too.
I don't know what the scoring was, but I was like shocked. I did like the
Hmm.
Browns. We will get to the Browns
The
though.
Browns were good. So for Lim Ye Quan, I saw a little bit of the rhythm dance. The highlight for me was the choreo moment at the end where she kind of like acts like he's like picking him up. He starts kind of like breaking almost on the ice, and then
Okay.
she's doing like a little like reach over, picks him up like in the air kind of situation,
Okay.
which
I
I thought
missed the
was really
rhythm
cool.
dance, but
Okay, you should go
I
back and
did
watch. It's
see
cute.
I saw one clip of like their midline or their one foot
Mm-hmm.
subsequence. And you could tell that like they definitely lacked the coverage and power like through that,
Mm-hmm.
which like is kind of it's not shocking just because they're very
Mm-hmm.
young. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is only their third year. This will be their third year senior.
Okay.
So I mean in ice dance, that's like you're a toddler still, you know, like
Right.
what we see now, people going to
Exactly.
like 37,
Mm.
like
The so and so's career outlives Evan Pate's.
yeah, like um I think for them though, we have to really talk about the free dance. I think the free
Hmm.
dance is already making a case for being like, am I crazy to think that it's like making a case to be like the Dune of the Olympic year?
Oh wow.
Is that a bold statement?
That is a really bold statement.
I know I've seen nothing of anyone yet, but I've seen that and I've already determined, I've already listened to this song so many times on
Hmm.
Spotify.
I really do like the free dance. The highlight for me was like the curve lift
Yes.
oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. It was
The
stunning.
The final three elements, they had the hydroblading element.
Hmm.
That's where they did like the like kind of they were on like they were in the middle of the ice going like curving like towards the
Hmm.
left side on like the little like it was kind of like a hydroblade, but like it's giving a little Mishka and Dmitriev like in
Hmm.
92. And then after that they have this the choreographic step from like the one side to another. That
Mm-hmm.
was fine. And then they have the ending choreographic lift, which I thought was really, really excellent. I'm sure they're reusing it from somebody in Ice Dance, but just those three elements, like back to back to back, while the music is
Mm-hmm.
like amping up in intensity, like I think it really had like a fire to it
Mm-hmm.
that just kind of brought the crowd to life. I mean, it was really, really gorgeous
Mm-hmm.
skating.
They're going to be making a strong case for Team Korea in the team event.
I mean,
Well,
wait,
do they have
they don't
pairs?
have anyone else.
They don't have pairs? No, I'm
They don't
saying
have a pair,
no,
and
I'm
they
saying
don't.
no, I'm saying for like a higher ranking, like in the standings
Well, they
of
don't
the
have a
team event.
pair,
Yeah, and then I just realized they don't have a pair.
and they also only have one dance team.
No, I'm saying I'm saying that they're
Yeah,
gonna be
no,
more
I know what you were
competitive
saying, but
than
they won't be in the team event because they don't have a pair.
isn't there a
So
clause that says like you can have not like there's like you could be missing one event and
I
still
don't
make it?
know.
I thought
Does anyone know
so.
this information? Can we? I feel like no, but I know there's a clause where if you qualify three of the four and you have someone, you can
Hmm.
send the fourth.
Oh,
But I don't
okay.
know if
Maybe
like
that's what
you
it
just
is.
can't send like no pair.
I feel like I've seen before that they don't have one, but I
I
could
know they've done
be
that at the Youth Olympics,
okay.
but not. I've never seen that at the real. If anyone knows
Because
that,
they have 10 teams going.
there'll be
Th-
10. Yeah, there'll be 10
Right,
countries.
and and normally for World Team Trophy it's six, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Six.
they didn't go
So
last time.
they d
In World Team Trophy, the World Team Trophy, they had a pair. They had a pair team that year in
okay.
2023. That team split.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Because that's the
um,
year that high end like did so good.
yeah, that was Hyen's
Okay,
like
okay.
triumphant year. Also,
My bad.
no, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. We can discuss this. But one thing I was also thinking about Lim Ye Quan's free dance is that, um, with this being like, I think was going to be like a really statement piece for them as they move forward into the future. This kind of sets them up to be elevated in terms of status after
Mm-hmm.
this Olympics. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
at that post-Olympic worlds when Chalk and Bates are gone, Gillis and Poirier are gone, potentially the Italians are gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some other people might withdraw like due to injury, illness,
Right.
tiredness, fatigue, Olympic burnout. They really could get elevated um, in terms of perception of the judges and where they could kind of start the next quad off with like a bang, being like,
Mm-hmm.
we're here, we're ready to compete, and we're ready to win, you know? I think it's just a really smart decision by the Montreal camp to really
Mm-hmm.
kind of go big for them this year because it also sets them up for the next 4 years for sure.
Absolutely. Mhm.
But
So moving on to, I know you want to talk about the Browns skating to
The
The
Godfather.
Godfather and the Free. I know you have thoughts. You go first.
Oh no, you can go first. You give your
Okay.
thoughts.
Well, I thought it was a really refined look for them.
Hmm.
And I think as someone who does not know the plot of The Godfather,
You've never watched The
I've never
Godfather?
seen the movie.
Oh my God,
Does
Clayton.
that make me a bad skating fan? Because I know it's
I don't,
so
not even like skating fan, just like,
bad person.
no, just like in general, it's like one of like a historic movie.
So what, okay, well, we don't have to get into the plot
The
line, but like,
Godfather premise.
yeah. But for me, I think like I know they are siblings, but for me, it does get a little theatrical
Okay,
for my taste.
I thought, okay, halfway through, I thought it looked a little too, um, not like romantic, but
Hmm.
it kind of, did you get like a little bit of a too much of a romantic vibe
No, for
at
me,
the
I
beginning?
didn't. Maybe,
Okay, I felt maybe just a little bit at the beginning.
okay.
It definitely died off by the end. Like at the end, I thought it was like pure power and like um power through the skating. But I felt like
Hmm.
at the beginning, like I don't know, just a little too much at the beginning. But I really
Okay.
enjoyed the program. I thought that they
Mm-hmm.
looked um every single thing that they did, I thought looked so well trained. Like
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole program, I felt like they had run that program at least 55 times a day
Mm-hmm.
and like they were ready to go to the Olympics the next day. Like
It
that's what
looked
I
solid.
it
It
looked
looked
so
really solid.
solid and it was such an elevating look for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've done like kind of that soft rock over the past
Right.
couple years, and this year they've kind of, The Godfather does kind of give the vibes of a soft rock a little bit, but it more in an elevated, nuanced way. I liked at the end of the program they had he was in a lunge and his posture in the lunge was gorgeous, and then she was like in like kind of like a back bend with like the leg extended up. I thought that was really gorgeous. There were a lot of moments in the program that made me really like reconsider them as like
Mm,
much more of an elevated team than I had. Like my perception of
right.
them definitely changed.
I totally agree. And I think it did like bring them up. They're a relatively young team.
Hmm.
So like I think that really does bring their image and like the maturity of what they're bringing to the table up a little bit for sure. And so I think it'll be interesting to see how like after Chaka Bates leave next season, I'm assuming. Is that confirmed?
Oh, I mean,
I mean,
God, you
like,
would hope. I
right,
mean,
like
not
you
you wouldn't hope, but like,
for
I
their
mean,
like
for
they're
me, you would hope because I'm kind of tired of the top three in dance, but
right.
you would expect.
Right. So
There's
given that they leave, like, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the US um teams shake out.
And with there's been rumors that I've heard that Christina is potentially struggling a little bit more with the citizenship.
I did hear
Um,
that.
um, it very much opens the door just a little bit for some of these teams to maybe like
Mm-hmm.
inch a little closer. I wouldn't say the
Mm-hmm.
Browns are at all realistically going to make that Olympic team, but you never know.
But
I
Green
mean,
and Parsons are sitting there like
Green and Parsons are there.
mhm.
Emilia and Vadim are
Zing,
there.
yeah,
The Shibutanis are back. We need to see. You know what's crazy? We really have heard nothing.
heard nothing, seen nothing. It
No
is
one's,
tight-lipped over there.
and people in this sport talk,
Mm-hmm.
which is shocking that we haven't
Like, what
not.
are they having like closed practices? Like, are
Well,
they
yeah, that's what I've heard.
okay?
That like they're not sharing anything, which is it adds to the intrigue of them
Mm-hmm.
in this comeback and how they look, what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder when we'll see them because they're definitely going to do something before the Grand Prix.
For sure. Well,
Um,
the other American team here that um
oh, are we going to talk
we
about
Peyton
Peyton
Bye?
Bye? I didn't even watch Peyton
Oh,
Bye.
you didn't? I thought wait, they're like third, no?
Can I be honest? Like they're very much like they're very nice.
See, I
Um,
really liked the
they did The
energy
Lion King. I
in
know they have
Lion
that.
King. It
Did
was
you?
it was cute. I thought it
Did
was
you
kind of
see on
good.
Twitter? They announced they were doing The Lion King, and then someone said, "How can they do The Lion King?" And Maddie Schizas can't. And
Right.
someone replied back, "Well, they know they're not going to be on TV a lot, so they don't have to worry." Some of these fans are ruthless. Let me
They
tell
don't
you
have
that.
no,
But
there's no filter there. But
no,
that is funny.
it was funny. I did laugh at that. But
I obviously like of the top three, I like the least refined out of that group that I
weren't
watched.
they fourth?
Maybe
Weren't
I
they
lied.
Canadians second?
Was it? It was Browns.
The French Canadians were second, I'm pretty sure. The Browns were
I
first,
have
Lim
it
Ye Quan
up.
were third, and Peyton Pye were
Oh, then I
fourth, I think.
lied.
Um,
Then I
I don't know.
lied.
I'm gonna be honest with Peyton Pye.
Oh, you're right. You're
They're
right. You're
a
right.
very nice eighth place team all the time. They've never really made a push to be like dynamic, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Oh yeah.
But you know, they'll make their push. They'll make their case. The Lion King's a great selection of music, and it's something that the crowd can relate to a lot. So maybe they'll
Mm-hmm.
make an impactful presence this year. So,
Okay, well, speaking of the French, the free, how did you feel about the free?
well, they're Canadians.
Or the French Canadians. Yeah, sorry. I'm looking at, I see their name. I
Um,
see L'Oreal Legac on my page, and I'm
yeah,
like, oh, they're French. But sorry, French Canadian.
I think they skated well. It was very clean. They're making the case for that third Olympic spot. I think it's between them and the other IM team. I kind of forgetting their names. The team that's from out west in Canada. I don't know their names off the top of my head. They went to Worlds last year, and
Le-
no, not them.
Not,
But yeah, it's really between those two for that third spot. I'm gonna be quite honest. I didn't really put a lot of time and thought into them, but
I, they're using tutting to sell their Cleopatra themed program. So I'm like,
okay.
what? I'm like, okay.
All
I'm
right.
like, all
Well,
right. They didn't
some
really,
of these
oh,
teams I didn't watch because I
yeah,
knew that I didn't have an interest in it.
right.
So,
Well, you all, if you go back and watch, also you'll notice the camera didn't really have to pan around much. Didn't really fill up the rink.
did you watch
So
the fan cam version of it?
I watched the one, whoever was like the stationary camera up at the top who would like just pan side to side like
Okay.
that on
Okay.
Reddit, I
Okay.
think.
All right.
So,
Speaking of Canadians,
oh yes, let's talk
let's
about
get to
our Canadians
so
and
I've decided what we need to do for everyone here.
Mhm.
Um, I think we all need to pick a team,
Mhm.
and there's a right team, and there's a team that I think a lot of people will pick, but I'm not going to pick that team. But are you? And I will say Alexa's not here, so I know which team she's on, and
I know exactly.
I will
Yeah.
tell you which team Alexa's on when we get there. But are Clayton? Are you team Gabby or are you team Maddie?
Can I decide after we break it down? Because I think I want to
No, no, you have
justify.
to do a gut. It has to be a gut.
Uh, my gut is telling me Gabby. My gut is telling me
Okay,
Gabby.
okay.
And some people might not want to hear that, and that's okay.
I'm team Gabby.
Okay. I'm
Always.
glad
Gabby
there's
gang.
solidarity.
Hashtag Queen of the North.
Gabby gang.
Gabby gang. Um, Alexa, she's not here. She's on holiday. I don't know what holiday it is in Canada, but oh, my Alexa just went off.
Mm-hmm.
But she's team Maddie,
She is Team Maddie.
and that's unfortunate.
If she wanted us to tell you, if she wanted us to relate any sort of information on this episode in her absence, she
It's
would.
the team Maddie.
She's Team Maddie. And here's the Maddie argument.
Wait, wait. Everyone right now listening, leave a comment below. Are you team Maddie or are you team Maddie? Are you team Gabby or are you team Maddie and why? We need to know. Dish it out. We need to discuss.
We do need to discuss.
Okay.
So okay, I'll argue for Alexa on her behalf. So obviously she has the body of work over the past couple for 4 or 5 seasons of like being the most reliable Canadian woman. I think she has, and something that she's been working on is, I think a little bit of her refinement. She has that more classy look. And she reminds me that sometimes less is more. Less can be more. Like, is she doing a lot of forward 2 foot skating? Yes, absolutely. But is she also like selling it with her face and the choreography that she is given? Yes, absolutely. She is looking you down. She is giving you like the death stare with like the claws coming out. Like, and I'm here for it. Like, I really appreciate it. It makes up for the lack of transitions. Like, if she's gonna sell me this program, like I can overlook the transitions for a moment because she's really giving
Okay.
it to me.
Um, my contrarian statement to that is that watching Maddie, I've noticed over the past, 3 years that the posture has never gotten better at all.
Mhm.
And you would think that they would have worked on that, which I'm sure they might have, but it still isn't great.
It's not great. I thought it looked slightly
And I
better here.
wondered if they would give her a program that would maybe hide the posture.
Mm.
I was going to say that when you give a skater Black Swan or Swan Lake for their short program, when they've very hunchy posture, kind of choppy crossovers and toes that aren't really pointed, I think that's something where I'm like very much side-eyeing it.
Mm,
And I was just gonna say that I think she really needs Benoit.
mm.
Benoit
Who
really,
doesn't need Benoit at this
but
point?
here's the thing. Maddie's got like that. She does have like an intensity to her performances that like
Hmm.
she has something in there that like, she's ready to give. And I
Hmm.
feel like Benoit really does well with like these angular skaters that kind of like
Mm,
have a little bit of a hunchy posture, kind of hunchy crossovers. Like Brady. Like, like Brady doesn't have the best posture in crossovers, but Benoit really does a good job kind of maneuvering and finding a program to elevate the skaters like potential and capability of what
hmm.
they are, like look at
Hmm.
Cheon Kim, like last year, like that girl doesn't really smile a whole lot, but he
Mm-mm.
gave her that grid short program from the not the Matrix, but what's the movie that
Oh,
it's from?
Tron.
Tron. The Tron short program. It was very like focused on like the patterns of like the music, like she didn't really need to use the face a lot. She was able to use a lot of
Hmm.
body movement and torque that really kind of created
Hmm.
a impactful um impactful image and story.
Hmm.
And Maddie doing the Black Swan short and the Butterfly Lovers long, I think they're just she kind of doesn't fit the narrative of like the story,
Uh-huh.
the music that they've selected for her.
Hmm.
And once we get to the pairs, like I'll talk a little bit more, but I feel like the Allison Perkins choreography really missed the beat this year with all four programs that Maddie and Lia and Trent have. Um,
Okay.
but well, now moving to Gabby, or sorry, I guess let's talk a little bit about how she skated first.
Hmm.
She had a very good short program, triplets, triple toe, triple loop, double axel. Had a fall on the layback spin at the end, a little bit of a fluke.
Hmm.
But Uh, had a lot of mistakes with the Lutz and the long. But every other jump seemed fine, minus the double sow. That's kind of common for
Hmm.
her.
Yeah, Edge
But,
is her favorite.
I have to say, she looks fine. There's a lot of work to be done. Technically, I think she looks fine. There needs to be some more run-throughs done. But did you have any other thoughts, maybe?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty what I would expect for her to show early season like this. See, I'm not as opposed to the Black Swan
Okay.
short as you are, because I think for me, I think of there's Swan Lake and then there's oh gosh, the sun. Did you see that?
Yeah.
There's Swan Lake and then there's Black Swan. So Black Swan, I'm okay. I can like I think that the facial expression and then like the kind of angular movements almost work a little bit for that because it's like oh, it's like the edgier version, right? It's not the oh refined like I'm in like a tutu and like all that
hmm
good stuff.
And then I just think like, does the normal, like if you brought a ballet dancer in and they're watching like Black Swan versus Swan, like do you think they're gonna really notice the difference?
Mm,
I don't like they both know like me the music, but I think
right.
like when you're watching like the skating, I think you're gonna still expect the same type of
Mm-hmm.
balletic movement.
Mm-hmm. That makes
Um,
sense.
but sorry,
No, you're good. Oh,
the Daleman Shore program
mm-hmm.
um is so dynamic.
It was really good.
The
It was a
beat, did you get like the beat of the music, the build?
mm-hmm.
Like, I think if they both go clean, I think Gabby has her on the
I'm giving it
components.
that's the thing. I am giving it to Gabby, and I think she has the more
Engaging
and
performance quality,
right. I think while she's like I mentioned like Maddie giving face and all this stuff, I think Gabby has a more natural just like
presence.
energy and presence on the ice. Yes, exactly. Um Technically, I don't know why on earth she's doing that flip in
Oh my
the
God, I
last half.
know.
I
They got
was
to switch it to
like,
the
I
Lutz.
know it's like, I mean the edge is a problem. It's also like not as big
She
and
landed
fast.
it,
Yeah, she landed
but
it. It's also not as big and fast as her Lutz, and it doesn't seem as comfortable for her.
well, I have to think that, she's in a new training environment. Just if
Hmm.
anyone didn't know, she's training in Colorado with Tammy Gamble. Um, and she talked a little bit. She was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago where she talked about how she wanted to be in a more competitive environment, a competitive rink where she can train with people that, are giving, doing the same amount of jumps as her, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I have to think that training with Amber Glenn, someone that's pushing for the Olympics has to be motivating factor. Like when your
Mm-hmm.
training mate is going for the same thing that you are and you're making a big comeback, I think the two of them kind of working together, I think they have to be pushing each other and wanting the best success for one another so that they both
Mm-hmm.
can go together.
hmm And they're
Um,
almost kind of like the same energy in different fonts to
yeah,
me. They both have like the powerful, like kind of like
dynamic.
boss girl, like
Yeah,
I'm coming for this and it's gonna be mine. You know,
yeah.
I'm really excited to see like this progress.
This
I
rivalry,
know, and Gabby and Maddie both posted very similar scores in their respective competitions.
they did
Breaking 60 in the short, um, which is awesome. Like, she nailed her triple toe. Triple toe looks really
stunning.
good. Yeah, didn't have the luck in the free for it, but and she's backloading it, so she's ready for to take a
Yeah.
like technical leap.
So I wonder actually if the layout is different in the free because she's back to the Samson and Delilah. And in the Samson
Which
and
I love
Delilah,
for
she
her.
did the Let's Toe back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. And she does have the triplets as the first element.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's going to backload the triple toe. I think she's going to end up either adding it earlier or she's going to switch to the
Mm-hmm.
Let's Toe.
Because we have seen on Instagram, she was
Yeah.
training the Let's Toe. Yeah.
So I do wonder what the layout will be for the free skate. There were some mistakes jump wise on the free skate. But this was her first free skate of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like just continuing to train and getting more competition experience
Mm-hmm.
under her belt. But I would have to think she's the front runner to get that Skate Canada
TBD,
PBD
absolutely.
for sure. Her,
Mm-hmm.
and then she'll be competing in August at their Ontario sectionals.
Okay.
So Kaya Reuter will probably be there.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Medlin Spence. Yeah, so those are probably the two others that I think are in contention for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I would have to say she's the front runner for sure.
I so agree. And I think it's gonna be so much fun to watch.
I mean, it just makes me like so
It's
intrigued to
I
see
know.
like what will happen because I really want this for Gabby because I think she's been
Mm-hmm.
through so much just as like a human level of like the
Mm-hmm.
ups and downs, the injuries, the anxiety. Remember back in the day
Mm-hmm.
after the 2018 Olympics where she had the, horrific free skate, she struggled a lot in the fall with anxiety and mental health. So, um, it just kind of comes back to like that whole like story of perseverance for an athlete. And I think that's really like what you want to see
Mm-hmm.
is, someone who's been through so much really come out and finally get there.
She's bringing a
Um,
story. So like a skate,
hmm
if she goes out and delivers, like I think Skate Canada will really push for her to even like who's to say she can't get that Olympic spot?
I'm hoping she can.
Yeah.
I think she legitimately has a shot if she continues training the way she has been. There's a
And she's gonna
legitimate
bring the
chance.
television. She's gonna come
Oh,
into
of
that kiss. She's
course.
gonna go in that kiss and cry, and she's gonna say thank you in whatever language that country she's currently in, and she is
Yeah,
going to be blowing kisses, and she's gonna be having her nails done, and I'm gonna be here for it.
I think it'll be great. But um taking a little bit of a switch, we had the senior pair event here,
Right.
which had to do, oh, there were three teams total, but we're really only going to talk about two, but two
Hmm.
teams there, and we have a lot to speak, like a lot to say.
Yes.
Do you want to start with Canada or do you want to start with the US?
Hmm. Let's start with we're
You
gonna talk
want
about
to,
Canada.
okay, we can start
Let's
with
do
Leon Trent.
let's do it.
So Leon Trent, um, they displayed two new programs. I don't remember what their short program music was. It was very
Oh
beige.
gosh, I can see them in the the
Yeah, they're in
red.
red costumes, and then their free skates.
It was like a rock-esque type of,
Yeah.
it really fell flat for me
Oh,
personally.
I felt both programs fell flat.
Okay, I preferred the mission,
I think
but
the mission's better than the short,
hmm
but did you feel like last year's pro short program was so dynamic,
hmm
and then they come out with this, and it
This is
just
like a
kind of felt
throwaway to me.
safe.
Safe, yeah. they had a the lift looked really scary to me. Okay, let's start with the good. The twist is like getting big. It
The
looks
twist
bigger.
was big in both
It
programs.
looks really big, and I that's a big improvement for them, I think.
Hmm.
Um, the the lift looked kind of scary to me. There was a little bit of hesitation there, from Trent in the short, and the side by side spins all around at this event were kind of rough,
For
but
both teams.
yeah, it was not pretty for the spins.
Um, I thought Leah looked really solid
Hmm.
on the throws and the jump, like the side-by-side jumps. They
Hmm.
displayed a new throw triple flip in their free skate.
Hmm.
So that's taking a little bit of a step up for them technically. They were doing the loop and the sow last year.
Hmm.
So it's good to see them making improvements technically. I thought Trent continued his trend a little bit of last year where he would struggle on the side-by-sides and she would be nailing them.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's like a thing of a complex for him, but like he makes a little bit too many goofy mistakes. Like he'll do like a
Hmm.
single axe or like a double sow.
Hmm.
And they were so solid their first year. I wonder if just he's not getting enough training time on the solo singles elements, um, but also it is August. They
Hmm.
did this I think they might have done this July 31st, so it might have been July, but um they looked very solid for August, I thought, with
Hmm.
everything. They
Yeah,
went out
I
and
agree.
posted good scores, but program's beige to me.
Didn't yeah the cut of the music, the mission music at the end kind of left me like, wait, where was this supposed to go? Like it
Because
didn't
you
have
could
like a
traditional build.
yeah, it was interesting.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I thought just like the costumes were nice, but
Mm,
I left like watching it was like that was a very nice watch. It felt very 12th, 10th place to me.
right.
Which were last year like with the little like the sing 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 short, like even though like Sing Sing's things like kind of juvenile music, like they played into it. They were really
Hmm.
into it. Like
They
I
sold
loved
it.
I loved the pink costume she had. Like it was like dynamic. Like you are watch that team and you're like, this is a top six team in the world potentially.
Hmm.
You know? I don't know. Maybe they'll grow into the programs, but I wasn't sold
Right. Yeah.
initially.
We'll see if that, yeah, it's early season. We'll see if it builds. They'll get more reps. How did you feel about our other
Audrey
team,
and
Audrey and
Balazs.
Balazs Nagy? So,
They made a
real,
lot of improvements from last
absolutely.
year, if you've noticed.
Hmm.
The twist, they finally got the triple in both
Hmm.
programs,
Hmm.
and they were really great on that they were able to land all side-by-side jumps.
Yes, you can
That was
tell
a
that
big.
like their jumping elements are one of their strengths for sure.
Mhm.
Um, I think it does still look a little bit like two single skaters out there for me. I
Oh
mean, it's
yeah.
they're young, they're early team. But I find myself watching Balaj more because his
Okay.
movements are a little bit more refined than Audrey's. I'm seeing his like there's extension like through the fingertips and like his
Hmm.
limbs, but I'm looking at Audrey and I think she's still kind of like, using him as like a
A
kind of
prop.
watching him or like yeah, or like
Well,
using him as
remember
a
he's
guide.
he's the more experienced pair
Right.
skater of the
Right.
two.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in pairs for a while. He was with Chelsea
Mm-hmm.
Liu, he was with someone
Mm-hmm.
before that.
Mm-hmm.
He used to compete for Hungary too.
Right.
So,
I actually know him. He's a friend of mine. I have a good friend from college who she's Hungarian and she knows him really
oh,
well, which is so I've
okay.
been keeping up with him for a long time. Or I've
Okay.
known about him for since college. So
But yeah, listen, I think it makes sense for her to kind of be maybe more reliant upon him still. I
right.
mean, like they're very young, like they're kind of still developing their identity as a pair.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that their short program to The Godfather. I thought like it wasn't the most amped up version of The Godfather I've ever heard, but I thought towards the end, like the step sequence to the final lift, like she does kind of a little like Kaori Sakamoto like leg matrix slice
Mm-hmm.
during
Mm-hmm.
that. I thought that was kind of cool. Um, they had some mistakes on just a lot of the non-jumping elements. They had lost the death spiral in the short.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the pair spin in the free skate. You could see like on the ends of the landings of the lifts, like
Mm-hmm.
he's like here, she's landing here, and then he'll wait for her to like glide past,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell that it's just not as like fluid. Like they're not like coming down on the same spot and like
Mm-hmm.
flowing on like the riding edge. So I think there's just little moments where you see them uh look a little unrefined, but
Right.
that's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Did
So,
you, okay, I have to ask you a question.
okay.
Olympics,
Mm.
Olympic qualification in Beijing. Who are you sending?
Like,
So here are your options. Ready?
okay, yeah, give me, I need my options here.
You have, you can send Katie McBeath, but she can't go to the Olympics. Katie McBeath, Daniel Parkman, they were third in the short. You
Mm-hmm.
can send them. You can send Audrey and Balazs. You could send Emily and Spencer in Boston with Olga.
Mm-hmm.
Valentina and Max, they were out last year. You could send them.
Mm.
You can't send Danny and you can't send Efimova.
Right.
Um, who are you sending to Beijing to qualify that third spot? They need to be top three, and there will be one Chinese team there. Likely Shui and Han or that team that was at the Asian Trophy that just put up a
Mm-hmm.
190, they'll be
Right.
there.
I'm I think I'm gonna send Spencer and Emily.
Okay.
I think so. I think that like I'll be honest, I'm not a Paris guru by any means, but I think that if I want someone to, I think the side by side elements or like jump elements in particular are gonna be the one that's the most inconsistent among on the field that's going to go there. And so like if
Hmm.
I'm thinking about just like just the pairs elements themselves, like I think I feel
You want
most
someone more.
confident
Hmm.
in Spencer and
Well,
Emily.
but Spencer's had the shoulder injuries.
Mm,
So like the lifts might be a bit of an issue for him too.
right. This
We
is
haven't seen
yeah.
them,
I know we haven't.
and they'll have to make a decision by, I mean, it's in like mid September.
Hmm.
You would think they'd make a decision maybe by the end of August.
Hmm. But the only thing I trust for Balaj and Audrey to put out is
Are the
are
side
the
by
side by side
sides?
jumps. And I'm like, yeah, like I think I mean that's a big point getter if you do them well. So it's like because if they throw away the death spiral, if they throw away the lifts, like
And those are a
then
lot of
what?
the lifts are a lot of
They're the
points.
quads. They're the
They are the
quads.
quads. I do think Audrey and Balaj are somehow going to manifest their way to the Olympics. If they get that third, if we get qualified the third spot, I think they're going to find a way to make it.
We have two
We have
spots
two
now.
right now,
What were the placements of it was
sixth and seventh. They
wow.
just got three spots.
Wow.
And Efimova, I think she beat, I think him, Misha, and Elisa beat Danny and Ellie.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're right.
remember that off the top of my head, but I think
I
they
think you're right.
did. Um, so they have to go qualify the spot. But if they get that third spot, don't you kind of think,
Because FMOVA is not guaranteed to
I
go.
know, which is such a shame, which they're doing Love Story this
I
year.
know. I know.
Like,
And
come
if
on.
I were to choose any pair team currently stated right now, it would be them to do it. Like they can so
It
pull
might
off
outskate Sally and Peltier.
exactly.
Like, they might get the 6.0 that they wanted to get in 2002.
Ugh,
Um, but yeah, if they aren't able to go, like, I think it'd be Spencer and then Audrey. Spencer and Emily and then Audrey and Balaj to
right.
go.
Hmm.
Um,
It's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out
I
for sure.
know. Um, okay. Do you want to transition to the men a little bit?
Yeah,
We're gonna
I
briefly outline the men.
right. I took a glance at the men.
I watched all of it.
Oh, okay. So I'll let you take the reins on this one.
So I mean, here's the thing. None of the men at Glacier Falls, I think, are like international competitors, like
Hmm.
realistically. Like Liam Kopeckis will go maybe get like a Grand Prix potentially, but none of them are like gonna go out there and compete at like a Grand Prix ever, you know?
No.
There's Samuel Mindra who's there. I mean, artistically, he always really comes out with like some interesting short
Mm,
selections. And he skated pretty well here. I really do enjoy watching him. Same thing with Liam Kopeckis. I thought his free skate, his music's to the Dragonheart um
I
music
did
or
watch that. I did watch that.
I thought the like choreographic sequence was really good towards the end.
It was good.
Tyra Shinohara, he was the winner. He's very young, very technically sound, artistically has a little bit of vacancies, and I think that's
Hmm.
kind of where his areas of deficiency are, but very good win for him. And then Michael G, um, he also, I think he was second here. He's very good artistically, technically a little slow on the jumps and skating skills wise, but very pleasant watch for a
Hmm.
lot of the men here. I thought just like it kind of is like classical men's US skating is what it feels like. Like you're watching like these boys that we or these men that we watch, it just kind of feels like you're watching a program from like 1997 and it's like
Hmm.
very heartwarming to watch.
It's
I
refreshing,
have to say
yeah.
it's um a refreshing watch. So, okay.
Well, speaking of Liam Kopakis, we're gonna see him at the
Cranberry
Cranberry
Cup
Cup.
International.
Yes, the first Challenger series of the season. Challenger
Yes.
event of the series. That's the
Um,
wording.
Technically the second, because there
What's the
was the Asian Open
oh,
that's going on
that
right
is the
now.
oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's going on right now. There's been some good skates there. I don't know if we'll
Okay.
recap it. We might, if there was anything crazy, like maybe we'll recap it, but
Hmm.
um, there's some good skates that were going on this week there. For the men, some of the notable entries will have Alexander Selevko. So
Hmm.
he's training in Boston with Olga and Alexei, so that'll be a pretty much a local competition for him. After that, you'll have the Battle of the Canadians Part 2 for the men.
Hmm.
So we'll have Roman Sadovsky and Steven Gogolev. Gogolev is someone that kind of struggles with the inconsistencies and injuries. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to stay healthy this year. Last year, he did one Grand Prix and then pulled out for the remainder of the
Hmm.
season. And Roman Sadovsky is also someone that struggles with inconsistencies, just in general. So I think
Hmm.
having those two face off early will be
Hmm.
great, but I think it'll be who can maintain throughout the whole season that will probably get that
Absolutely.
spot. Um, Jimmy Ma will be there. A couple other Americans, Tomoki Hiwatashi, Jacob Sanchez, and Liam Kopeckis.
Hmm.
Jacob Sanchez and Tomoki Hiwatashi, I think, would probably be ones that will be duking it out for that Skate America TBD. And then Mark Gordonsky from Israel, very nice skater. Um, Finished pretty well at Worlds a couple years ago, so he'll be in the contention probably for a medal as well. And for the women, you have,
We have so the first we're seeing of Isabel Levito this
mm,
season, and we don't know what she's getting to yet,
we
too.
don't.
So that's gonna be a fun surprise whenever we get there. We'll see if she announces before the competition, but we're now less than a week away, so I doubt it.
We're
Um,
4 days away
yeah, 4 days away.
because we're
So
recording this on Monday
yeah,
night.
you um then a last minute entry, Sofia Samodelkina,
Hmm.
which I'm really excited to see her there. It's kind of beefing up the women's field a little bit more. For Korea, we have Min Kim and Jia Shin.
Hmm.
The first we'll be seeing of Jia Shin's program. She's skating to Nocturne
Nocturne
in the
and
short.
Spartacus.
Spartacus, was this on the episode that got cut that we chatted about
Yeah, we
this?
did talk.
Okay. So I'm excited for these programs for her. I think that
Did you
like
see the
the
dress that she
dress,
posted today?
it's nice.
What do you think it's for? Do you think it's for the short or the free?
I think it's for the short because it's giving
Okay.
like it's like light, it's like light blue gray, which is like a no.
Hmm.
I know it's a no to wear gray to the Olympics, but
I think it's a go-go because
it's a go go,
that's a
a
gorgeous
no
dress.
no or go go. That could be our new this or that.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna do that for
I love
Gogolev?
her.
Did Gogolev go or did he no
Did
this
he know?
weekend?
No. That is
Um,
funny.
then we'll have Sonia Hilmer who showed
Mm,
us her short program and her free skate on her Instagram.
the short was
Look out for
really
the short this
was
week.
really cool. And
And
then
Josephine
Josephine
Lee.
Lee, yes, wrapping up the notable
We
American lady entries.
I will say too a couple things before we move on to general news.
Hmm.
The USFS will be streaming the Cranberry Cup on
Hmm.
their YouTube channel. It said that it will only be streamed for outside of the US, so potentially you might need a VPN.
Yeah, get your VPNs ready.
I think it will probably be on Cranberry for US fans. If it does,
On
if it
Cranberry,
oh
on
sorry,
Peacock.
on
Hmm.
Peacock. I'll make a post on my Instagram and then I'll also post on the YouTube page of where you can watch it.
Hmm.
Um, and then we will also be cover the entries aren't out yet, but we will be covering some of the junior competitors that will go on for this event this week. That will also be streamed. They're streaming both the junior and the senior. So we'll be covering both the junior and the senior this weekend. And yeah, make a post for that of everything you need to know, where you can watch, and I'll also be linking all the performances that we've talked about today below
Hmm.
in our little information box. Um,
Perfect.
yeah,
But so
so
who do you think, okay, if you were to give me like a
oh yeah, we're
podium
gonna
like
do a
right
podium right
now
now.
for like for the ladies women.
Um, I'm gonna give you just three girls, but I'm not gonna give you the order.
Okay.
Isabeau, Gia Shin, and Sofia Samadolkina
Okay,
in some order.
that's what I was gonna say as well.
I think Josephine Lee or Minche Kim fourth.
Hmm. I'm really interested. I'm most interested to see Isabel. I think I just like
Okay.
because because we don't know what she's getting to. B, we last time we saw her at Worlds, so she didn't get a World Team Trophy, so she's had a little extra time to rest and train. Um, I
And
think
recover from her
and recover,
injury.
right? Yes. So because we saw her go down on the combo in the free, I want to
Yeah,
see if she brings back the loop combo. Maybe
I doubt
I-
it, but
I'm. It's just like I think that because I think Isabeau is the one I'd be if I were her, I'd be the most scared out of the three ladies that we saw at
she's
Worlds.
definitely the least secure
Right.
spot. But I will say, like, she's the least secure of like a very secure team, in my
She is,
opinion.
yeah, this is true. This is really
Um,
true.
I'm excited to see Gia Shin because she moved back to Korea
Hmm.
after her stint with Brian Orsher, and I'm excited to see her in maybe a more trained environment.
Hmm.
And Selma Delkina because she's skating to Sunset Boulevard in her free skate, and that's
Mm.
like a kind of a sentimental favorite musical selection for me.
I think
Um,
she's going to come out really confident as well, coming off. She had a strong showing at Worlds, and I think she had a lot of support that maybe she wasn't like necessarily
expecting.
expecting. Yeah, in
Mhm.
like in a good way. So I think
Yeah.
that she's going to come out. And I think she's going to be really competitive this season.
And two things to note that are important for both Gia Shin and Sofia Samadokina, both of them only have one Grand Prix, and both of
Hmm.
them are neck and neck on the replacement list. So if Gia or Sofia come out and skate very well and post like a 200 plus score, they'll shoot up to number one on the replacement list. Right now they're two and three,
Mm.
with Yuna Aoki being number one.
Okay.
So this will be important for them to come out and kind of get a good score so that they can kind of go over one of the other to get potentially a second Grand Prix.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy all those three skaters. I also want to see Yuna Aoki on the Grand
I
Prix
know.
for a
Well,
second
she
event
has,
too.
yeah. They're doing a competition this week, I believe, in Japan, actually, to
Mm.
determine who gets that
Okay.
TBD. So we'll know probably by the end of the week. So we could probably talk about that as well. For the men,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Sanchez.
wins.
I think Jacob Sanchez will win.
Okay.
I think then I'm gonna say Jimmy Ma like third, but a second
Okay. Who's second?
for some reason the second isn't coming to me, and it's either like like Roman or Tomoki. I don't know.
I have my podium.
Okay, go ahead.
I have Alexander Selevko winning.
Interesting. Okay.
I have Steven Gogolev second,
Okay.
and I have Jacob Sanchez third.
Okay.
That's my with Jimmy Ma fourth, Roman Sadovsky fifth. That's my top five.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
See,
know.
I see Jacob Sanchez going clean with just triple axles and then and taking it.
Well,
That's
he's been training quad toe and quad flip
okay.
apparently.
Oh,
I
okay.
think the quad toe's in the program from what I've heard.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see
Um,
it.
in other news, Mia Callan announced that she's taking a step away from
Hmm.
skating. She isn't officially retired, but she just said that she wanted to kind of reassess her values and what she wants from her
Hmm.
life. And I think that that was a really great statement given by her. And I'm hoping that she's able to take the time to step away from skating and kind of um, become one with herself again,
Hmm.
especially because there was just a lot, I think, with the former coach, not Massimo and um, DeGormo, Philip
Hmm.
DeGormo. I think they were very good for her, but I think there was a lot of situations from the previous coach that I think definitely caused a lot of
Hmm.
caused a lot of things for her to just maybe not feel like she loved the sport. And I think that her taking this time is gonna prove impactful and be good for
Hmm.
her development as a person. So,
Yeah, if you've read the statement, it's a pretty harrowing statement coming from, a teenage girl. Like
hmm
she quoted that she felt like she was in a different body and different mind from the ages of like 10 to 16, which is like just really it's sad and unfortunate to hear. And I think but I really, really commend her for having the maturity and the emotional clarity to like be like realize this is not who I am and like I have to take a step back. And
yeah.
I hope that like, USFS sees this and other skating federations see this to like make sure that their own house is in order before we kind of like poke at other
And
federations for things.
you have to like think that like this was supposed to be her first year as a senior competitor.
Hmm.
So,
First woman to land no,
yeah,
quad toe
first US woman to land a quad
at
toe.
nationals.
Yeah. Um, like this was supposed to be a big splash year for her. For her to take a step back at this time, I think just really demonstrates that this was really important to her. And we're sending all of our support to her, obviously.
Hmm.
So, and then the final thing of note that we wanted to discuss today, this happened a couple weeks ago, honestly. We were going to talk about
Hmm.
it in the last episode that just never occurred, but Veronika Zhilina was denied by the ISU to be released by the Russian Figure Skating Federation. I think a lot of this goes on um, both of them, and then I also don't blame her at all because I know that Russia behind the scenes was likely politicking to make sure this
Hmm.
didn't occur. Um,
Right. Because we know that how competitive in her peak form she can be.
yeah,
Like her jump technique has always been super solid.
yeah. And just even, I think for Russia, just even having someone that has the potential to really rival Petrosian at this Olympics is
Hmm.
something that they just didn't want to have happen at all.
Hmm.
So they just really like took it and kind of took care of business to make sure that they're protecting their skaters. I wonder why she didn't try to get the release earlier though. That
Hmm.
is something that I do wonder. I don't know the ins and outs of this situation,
Right.
but I do think that all in all, it's disappointing for her, especially because she's such a talent and hasn't competed for almost 3 years now.
Hmm.
Um, and it's really disappointing because I think she would have been an interesting watch to see at the Olympics, technically. And they're withholding a skater who I think could be someone that could potentially have placed very well at this Olympics. So
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been good for the sport seeing another country represented.
yeah.
Oh, that
Well,
sucks. Well, sorry to end on a downer note,
oh
y'all.
no, it's fine. But, well, everyone, the season has begun, and
It's begun.
Cranberries this week. And when we have a week off, and then Junior Grand Prix begin, we're basically like, it's go time, and we're ready to go. We'll be here to provide all the coverage for you, and yeah, I guess
The
we'll
road to
the road
Milan
to the
starts here. It
road
starts
to
with the
Milan
blades.
starts here with the Blades and Banter podcast. We'll see you guys later. All right, see you later this
Thanks,
week.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.